Have you ever heard that someone scored a lucky goal or that someone just had better luck in the sport? Let me tell you the truth. The luck doesn't exist in any sport. We can say that diligence is the mother of good luck, which means that if you are putting all of your efforts in every single drill that you are doing during the practice consistently, then you might be luckier than others in some situations. But you create that for yourself. It's not based on some external factors. So, today's chapter is speaking what to do in the practice to maximize every single second of it. So the first part we're going to be speaking about is focus. And focus is something that we mentioned also in what to do before the practice. But I want to mention it again because when you jump in the pool, you are supposed to forget about any other parts of your life, that you're just being in the pool and you're just being a volleyball player. So you're focusing 100% just on that. When we go to the next part, we need to understand that in all of the exercises that you're doing, for every, let's say, for example, bad pass that we make with incorrect technique, we need to make 3 good ones to make it positive 0. So ratio is 1 to 3, which means that in every single exercise that you're doing, you want to have your technique perfectly correct. And what you're supposed to be focusing on now is really mastering the fundamentals in every single drill. So that's a secret that really separates good players from great players, is that fundamentals never stop being important. Every passing drill, every shooting drill, any kind of the exercises that you're doing, you need to use 100% of your focus on the technique, and then it's going to become your muscle memory, and then you don't even need to think about it, and your technique will be perfect. So really focus on getting those fundamentals perfect. And again, for every bad pass that you do, you need to do 3 good ones to make it a positive 0. The third part is that every single exercise or drill that you're doing is a part of the game. If the coach mentions it or no, it doesn't matter. So whatever you do is a part of the game. How to maximize that exercises is by imagining yourself that you are in the game at that moment. And how would you apply that? In case that you don't understand how you can apply that exercise to the game, means that either it's not a good exercise or you are not understanding it properly, and most likely it's going to be the second one. At that moment, you should ask your coach in which part of the game is this applied. So imagine that you are in the game whenever you're doing any kind of exercises, and then do them. You will see how much difference is that whenever you're doing anything else. Volleyball also is very loud and chaotic sport, and you cannot be silent. You need to communicate all the time with your teammates and with your coach. The best players never stop talking. Always call for the ball, or let your teammates know where you are at the moment, and always take responsibility if you didn't receive the ball. in any situation, you are supposed to take responsibility because you didn't communicate that properly. So in water polo, you need to talk, and even you need to yell sometimes, but definitely you cannot be silent. The next part, which is very very good and beneficial while you're practicing, is to have a player next to you that is better or faster or just has a better technique, and you want to make a healthy competition with them, and you don't even need to let them know. It can be just in your head that you're always trying either to follow their tempo or you're trying to be better than they are. So every sprint, every one-on-one duel, every shot, you are trying to be better than someone else, and you're also trying to treat it like a game situations. Because if you learn to compete at practice, you are going to be able to perform under the pressure in the real games. There is no reason for you to save energy at any moment during the practice. The coach will think about the details. Should they increase or decrease the tiredness in the pool, and if the practices should be easier or harder. But for you, you're simply supposed to listen to your coach and don't try to save energy by yourself, because the coaches make their plans way before to set a shape in the whole team. And if one individual is trying to do it by themselves, it's basically ruining the whole plan that is being made. So just relax, because you are supposed to be listening to your coach and just follow what they are saying. Don't try to be smarter than they are, because it won't end up well for you and for the whole team. To conclude, what you're supposed to do is focus. You're supposed to master all of the fundamentals until they become perfect, they become your muscle memory. You're supposed to imagine that you're being in the game for every single drill in the practice that you're doing. So whatever your coach tells you to do, try to imagine that you're in the game and that you're applying this technique. The next part is you need to speak and communicate all the time in the practice, in the game. And the next step is that you need to find a competition, which is going to be a healthy competition. And you'll try to compete in every sprint, every one-on-one duel, every shot, and treat all of those like game situations. And by applying all of those consistently, you're going to be able to take really 100% of every single practice. And now you will be someone who deserves that, what is called luck in some cases, because you actually worked for it. So there is a one saying which I like to use, is don't question the roots, just reap the fruits. Is because we don't know why it works that way, but simply if you are doing your best and giving your 110% in every single practice, when you take a shot and it hits a bar, somehow it ends up in. It just that, again, the saying that the diligence is the mother of good luck, and if we apply all of those things, we will get that, and it will be very beneficial for us in the game. Thank you.